Sports.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And a give this time to the tailback. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
The pass.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Herb Smith. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Curtis. And that is incomplete.
Curtis's pass forced to the ground and incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play,
and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
A loss of 2 yards.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curtis on the crossing route, complete. That's Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, Curtis. Man open left side is Brown.
Curtis's pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and 12. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, Curtis. His pass caught at the 4. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Seahawks 3, Broncos 0.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
They're just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Pritchett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Pritchett, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A throw over the middle taken in. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Broncos.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
And And the Broncos first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
A loss of 7 yards.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Curtis. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Curtis. And Graham's got it over the middle.
14.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run on first down. Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And it is up.
His kick,
and it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So the Broncos coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Broncos.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Quarterback sack. A loss of 6 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Complete to Noah Fant. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and...
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, Curtis. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
Curtis's pass intercepted by the Broncos.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Fisher. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Over the middle to Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Over the middle here to Brown.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Curtis.
He'll look underneath and finds Brown.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. The final, 26-14. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 31-15 was your final. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 35-21, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the...
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Curtis. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
They'll take over first.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 10 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take back over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Curtis. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Taken down and sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Curtis. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Well, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Another carry for the run.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
He's got his tight end fan. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The pass.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Brings up third and
On third down, Pritchett. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
the pass.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
His pass caught at the 4. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on second down, Curtis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Curtis. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The quarterback sacked.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking to throw on second down. Curtis. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Curtis. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Curtis's pass.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Able to spin free. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And 3 at the 28-yard line.
On second down now, Pritchett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
32-yard line.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 4. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down and 4.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Broncos 27, Seahawks 10.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 27-yard line.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Curtis. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The quarterback sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun, Curtis. Big hold to the 30. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. And that's caught by Smith. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Curtis. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Curtis. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Curtis looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Curtis got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnett.
Complete.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Number 21.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it here to Brown. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Is good.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Broncos.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On second down, Pritchett. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Pritchett. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
Broncos 30, Seahawks 17.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th. Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 26-yard line.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 13, just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. On first down, Curtis. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To number 27.
Operating from the gun, Curtis. And his throw is going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Incomplete.
Looking to throw, Curtis. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Junior, incomplete. It's now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it with Brown. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road. So for the Broncos, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.